What is going on, YouTube? How is everybody today? Good to hear. Today I want to talk about an album that I picked up last week from the used CD section of the record store. It was pretty cheap, caught my eye. It's by two artists, Sparklehorse and Fennesz. The name of the album is In the Fishtank 15. It's actually In the Fishtank is a series that the label Konkurrent, which is a Danish record label, are releasing. It was released in 2009. It was recorded over the course of 2 days in December of 2007, and that's the whole theme of the In the Fishtank series. Konkurrent just finds, I guess, artists that they appreciate and enjoy, and just give them 2 days of studio time to be, you know, total liberty to record wherever they want, total creative freedom. I assume a lot of this music is improvised. Not all the acts on here are collaborations, but I guess for the 15th edition they wanted to give it to Fennesz, who is an Italian electronic ambient composer who incorporates a lot of laptops and electronic sounds coupled with, like, you know, acoustic guitar and stuff like that. It makes very lush, ambient, relaxing, serene, beautiful stuff. I have a couple Fennesz albums and I do enjoy them. I enjoy that experimental ambient stuff, a la Tim Hecker. And Sparklehorse, whose real name is Mark Linkus, is more of a kind of sad, mopey, rock pop kind of artist. I have a couple of his albums. Not my favorite kind of music to listen to. Very kind of depressive, kind of a sad guy, but he's kind of unconventional too. He's prone to doing a little bit of experimenting and stuff on there too. I guess Fennesz played on one of his albums in 2006 called Dreamt for Light Years in the Belly of a Mountain. And they did perform live a couple times, and I guess Fennesz felt that more could come out of their relationship, so he invited him over to, you know, the Netherlands to help, you know, record this, you know, just willy-nilly album that Konkurrent was giving him the opportunity to do. So they did. And what you get on this album, there's no real conventional song structure on here. It's definitely more in the Fennesz realm of music, where it's very lush and ambient and very, you know, wide open spaces, very, very pretty, very relaxing. And I guess what Sparklehorse brings to it is, you know, vocals in a couple tracks, kind of sad and, you know, introspective, and it gives the album kind of a more melancholy feel, where a Fennesz album just on his own is more of just ambient, relaxing, kind of experimental kind of feel. But you do get a lot of washes of sound, ripple sound effects, whirring and clinking, stuff that sounds like stuff that would be recording like on a children's xylophone or a music box, coupled with some cellos and pianos and violins. And it's very impressive because it only took 2 days to record, and everything's layered and sounds very thought out. Nothing on here sounds rushed or half-assed. There is a song on here, I think it's song 3, called Shy Hullud, and that's where it gets a little too experimental. It gets kind of glitchy and noisy and just kind of sporadic and random. But to record 7 songs and like 40 minutes of music just over the course of 2 days without any, I don't know if they had anything recorded or thought out prior to this, or they had just some ideas, or if it was all improvised and fresh, I'm not really sure. But still, 2 days to make an album is not too bad, especially if only one track's a little bit scatterbrained and messy. The rest of it's very, like I said, open, relaxing, very atmospheric, you know, subtle little clinks and beeps, and coupled with some acoustic guitars. Very, very droney. I could see fans of drone music getting into this, because there are big washes of sounds and loops and stuff like that. Sparklehorse does sing on 2 tracks. One of my favorite tracks on here is song 2, called Goodnight Sweetheart. He just sings in this very kind of faint, kind of, you know, treated vocals, saying Goodnight Sweetheart. It's very kind of echoed, very kind of distant, very kind of pretty and sad. But yeah, if you're a more adventurous Sparklehorse fan, you'd probably get into this. Or if you're just a Fennesz fan, you'd kind of probably be able to get into this a little more. It'd be more down the Fennesz alley, like I said. Like I said, no traditional song structures on here, just kind of no percussion or anything like that. Nothing to tie together. Everything's very open to ideas. It's layered, little touches of sound here and there, electronic sounds. both guys do have their own individual tracks on here. Track 5 is called Mark's guitar piece, and track 7 is called Christian's guitar piece, where they just have their own guitar ideas, and I guess the other guy just adds little bleeps and sounds or something, washes of noise to it. But yeah, nothing overly abrasive, very, very warm, relaxing, pretty, all these adjectives I've already said, atmospheric, a little bit restrained. But yeah, it only took 2 days to record. Nothing sounds rushed, nothing sounds half-assed, very, I don't want to say well thought out. And like I said before, it is the 15th in a series, and there are all these other, it's got the catalog in the inside for the rest of In the Fishtank. And there's artists like No Means No, Governor, Snuff. There's one with Tortoise and the X, which is a collaboration one. The Black Heart Procession with Soulbacken. Don't really know anything about any of these guys. But the 14th one, the one that came out before, it caught my eye right away because it says Isis and Aerogram, and I guess it's supposed to be all tender and nice and organic, imminent, fragile. And Isis is like some sort of like, you know, post-metal, post-rock kind of shit metal. I don't know, I really, really like Isis. I'm gonna keep my eye out for that one, the blue one. Some sort of grouper fish on the cover. This one's got more of a angel fish. I don't know, I'm not an oceanographer. I don't know what these fish are in the fish tank. But yeah, if you want to check out some cool ambient music by Fennesz and Sparklehorse, who two guys can do in just 2 days time. Pretty cool stuff though, didn't sound bad. Very pretty. Not overtly unconventional for this kind of music, but yeah. Sparklehorse and Fennesz in the Fishtank 15, released on Konkurrent in 2009. Pretty neat stuff.